Do you want to book more headshots? Click on the link in the description of this video to get a free PDF guide called 5 Ways to Book More Headshots right now. Whether you're already a headshot photographer or you want to be, this guide will give you some practical, actionable tips to growing your headshot business that you can implement right away. Don't wait, click on the link and get your free guide right now.
Many of you asked for it, so here it is. How to bid on big headshot jobs. Before we get going, take a second and sign up for my email newsletter, Photographers Only. Every week I send out an email with videos, gear, and other cool stuff you might want to know about, and if you sign up, you'll get my frequency separation action for Photoshop for free. Okay, so let's dive right in. Here's the situation. An email hits your inbox that looks something like this. Our company is hosting our annual sales conference in your town next month on the 15th through the 18th at the Hyatt Regency Hotel and Conference Center. We would like to have headshots taken of our management team, about 150 people, during the event. Are you available, and could you send me a quote? Teresa Jones, Marketing Coordinator, Big Sales Company. This is where photographers who don't do this kind of work usually panic and completely choke. Look, there's a lot to unpack here, and frankly, most of you don't have the YouTube attention span to sit through a deep dive on this. I'm gonna stick to the broad strokes and give you my top 5 things you need to know when sending a bid on a big headshot job. Number 1, don't try to draw them into a larger conversation right away. This isn't a high-end wedding or a boudoir session where there's a lot of relationship marketing and feelings involved. This isn't show friends, it's show business. Scan the email for the relevant details you need to send a quote. Most of the time, they'll have given you most or all of what you need to get a basic quote sent over. Let's look at this example. They told you where, when, how many people, and under what circumstances they want the images taken. You don't need to get them on the phone. You don't need to talk about coffee and cats. You need to send them the information they ask for, and fast. Which brings me to number 2. Respond quickly. Do not sleep on these responses. The person on the other end of these requests isn't holding out for a hero. They're looking to get this wrapped up, and they're likely talking to several other service providers. Send them the info, send it fast. Be brief. Write every response as if every word you type is going to take a day off your life. Don't make the mistake of trying to make them your buddy. I guarantee that this person lives in their inbox, and they appreciate responses that are short and to the point. They care about booking a headshot photographer just about the same amount as they care about the color of the cocktail napkins at the company breakfast. This first response is where you start to show them that you are experienced, professional, and efficient. Number 3, answer the damn questions. If you come from the portrait and wedding world, this is the hardest part. Every bit of photo education out there says to get them on the phone or into some kind of consultation so that you can make them fall in love with you, with your work, and begin to get educated on why your prices are what they are. You hide the price list and you get them to like you. In this particular case, that's a huge mistake. While you're trying to get them to fall in love, some other photographer is going to answer their questions and eat your damn lunch. There are 2 relevant questions in these kinds of inquiries. Are you available, and how much will it cost? Answer those questions. Number 4, be proactive. When you're bidding on a job like this, there's a good chance that the person inquiring is sending this same inquiry to other photographers at the same time. This might be the only opportunity you have to outshine your competition. When you send the quote, make sure to do the following. Attach a copy of your W-9 or relevant taxpayer ID. They're going to need it anyway, and it shows that it isn't your first rodeo. Attach a link to a gallery with images from a similar job so they can see the quality of your work in a real-world situation and what they might expect to receive from you. If you have a video or a BTS of you working on a similar job, include a link to that too. Video is powerful and can really get people excited to work with you. Also, list some of the advantages of working with you. We use headshot tools for all our team and event headshot jobs, so we always mention that we can offer instant individual delivery, retouched image selection, lead generation, data collection, private individual galleries, and more. Headshot Tools enables us to provide a level of service that gives our clients 0 admin work to do. And this is a powerful value proposition that can't be underestimated. And finally, number 5, end by asking a question. This is your chance to open up a better dialogue and close the deal. It also prompts them to respond, which is the next step in getting them to choose you over the competition. You can suggest additional services like event photography or video if you offer them, or simply ask if they have time for a quick phone call so that they can lock down any additional details that might be necessary. So let's look at a perfectly crafted response using all 5 of the tips above. Hi, Teresa. We'd love to help you with headshots at your event, and I'm happy to say that we do have availability during that time. We have worked with the team at the Hyatt plenty of times. It's a great venue. Based on your inquiry, we can provide headshots for 150 people as part of our full-day coverage for X dollars. This includes 1 headshot station and instant delivery in individual private galleries for each participant. There are more options available, like retouching and hair and makeup, and you can use the link below to view the quote live and adjust it to your needs. I've also included a link to a gallery of headshots from a similar recent event and a great BTS video of our headshot station so you can see what kind of experience your attendees are in for. Here's the link to the gallery. Here's the link to the BTS video. We also offer event photography and video services if you have need of those. Do you have time later this week to jump on a brief call to hammer out details? If you have a specific budget in mind, please let me know and we'll work with it if possible. Gary Hughes, headshot photographer. Here's the button for the quote. And there you have it. So what happens next? Well, in a perfect world, you can get them on a call to go over all the details and explain your services. Generally speaking, getting them on the phone will lead to a booking most of the time, but it's not always necessary. At this point, you're either in the running or you're out. Set a reminder to follow up in a day or 2 if you don't hear back. If you do hear back, it's usually a good sign. Don't smother them. Just be efficient and give good customer service. 2 business days is usually a good amount of time to wait before following up. A couple of things to note about the budget. In most cases, they'll have a budget in mind way ahead of time, but they won't tell you what it is until after you bid. I know. If you've done your homework, you should be in the ballpark for a negotiation. I like to mention budget in my emails so they know that I have some flexibility if they need it. Remember that the lowest bid doesn't always win. They want to use their budget. They need to use their budget. If you try to lowball the bid, it could cost you the job. Bidding over their budget isn't a death sentence. If you give a prompt, professional response and give them enough of a value proposition to want to work with you, they're likely going to get back to you even if your quote is a little high. We bid over the client's budget on about half the jobs we book. Your goal when you send a bid is to get that person excited about working with you. A lot of the time they aren't the decision maker, but part of a team who's running the event. You want to arm that person with everything they need to go back to their team and make a case for hiring you. Finally, remember that sometimes the job is lost even before you get the inquiry. They either don't have a realistic budget or they already know who they want to hire, but their company policy or bylaws require them to get multiple bids on every expenditure. Even after 15 years, and even when we do everything right, we still lose as many bids as we win. It's not always under your control. So there you have it. That's a solid introduction to how to bid on big headshot jobs. If you want to have a real advantage when you bid, check out Headshot Tools. There's a link in the description where you can get all the info on how to ruin your clients for anyone else. You got more questions about bidding? Hit me up in the comments and I'll do my best to help. Don't forget to sign up for my email list and to like this video so more people see it, and subscribe to the channel for more great content. Thanks for watching.